Now, the Adani Group's market rout continued last week, with losses now topping $100 billion since the scathing report by US research firm Hindenburg on the 24th of January. Shares of the group's flagship company stabilized somewhat on Friday to close to 1.4% higher, after plunging as much as 35% to its lowest since March of 2021. Despite the recovery on Friday, the bloodbath in Adani's shares is far too deep for investors to stay calm. Now all eyes will be on the scheduled earnings releases of the Indian Empire's firms this week. It's all going to be about corporate governance and debt beyond the usual earnings and profits figures. Adani Transmission Limited will kick off the Empire's financials and bottom line reporting on Monday. The scheduled releases will end with the flagship firm's earnings report on Thursday. Between the earnings releases, trading in the Indian Empire's shares will also be closely watched. The scrutiny of Adani has already gone beyond national regulators, with the Indian Corporate Affairs Ministry investigating the group's financial statements and minutes of board meetings and decisions, according to a Reuters report. Now, media reports also show Indian agencies are fighting each other. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, the DRI, is now challenging a customs tribunal's decision in the Supreme Court, according to reports. Previously, the DRI had accused Adani's family members of exports and imports violations, but the Customs, Excise and Service Tax Appellate Tribunal had given the business empire a clean chit. Separately, to calm investors, the Indian stock market regulator, SEBI, stepped in on Friday and said that financial markets were stable despite the hammering in Adani Group's stocks. The Reserve Bank of India, too, gave a similar assurance on questions of exposure risks to Indian banks. The Narendra Modi government has been under attack from the opposition, which has demanded an investigation into the charges against the ports-to-energy conglomerate. But India's Finance Secretary said that the Adani issue is a storm in a teacup, while Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has swayed away from the questions on Adani, but said that Indian markets are very well regulated and there is nothing to worry about. Reports also show investors are reaching out to lawyers and advisors on what to do next, after the group called off its $2.5 billion share sale and planned bond issues, at least for now. WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.